Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Boku no Hero Academia chapters 355, 356, and 357. It has been a while since I read. It wasn't supposed to be this long, but I just got too caught up and busy with other things. But yeah, I am excited to read, I guess. As of right now, 359 is out, so I guess like after this weekend, I'll record 358, 359, and 360 as another 3-chapter video. Hopefully doing it in sort of bulk like this, though, will maybe be a bit better, because I will not lie to you, those of you who have been watching the channel or have marathoned through know that I have been talking about the series, reading this series, defending the series for years, for like 4 or 5 years now. But I won't lie, this last arc is just sort of meh. It's okay. And I don't know, with how great I feel like the past has been, like the series has been in the past, it kind of just bums me out to feel that way. To feel like I'm reading this arc and I'm just like, this is alright. So yeah, I don't know. I loved last chapter, especially the end of last chapter, with Kyoka and Tokoyami showing up. So hopefully continuing on off of that, we get some good stuff. But either way, it looks like we're starting off on chapter 355 with Endeavor hitting the ground. Shoto, are you hanging in there? Shoto! Toya, Otoya, I hope you're both. And then, man, just gasping. What's the matter with me? What am I doing? My anger at All for One is misplaced. I brought all of this upon myself. This fight, this wound, everything. And now we have Hawks with Jiro and Tokoyami. He just barely managed to dodge and keep his lungs safe. I could tell from the sound of his breathing, which my feathers picked up on. He's still alive and kicking. If we go forward with that assumption. Tsukiyomi, enough, Hawks. What, you've got no place in this fight? Is that it? I was sent to this location as additional support in the event of a stalemate between the top powers, isn't that right? True, but the thinking was that we'd have Endeavor around. He'll slaughter you. God, am I really that pathetic? Help me out again, hero. Of course. I can't be frittering away my time here. Not when Tomura, when my other self, could be in danger. That didn't finish off Endeavor. So long as he still breathes, he'll stand back up. Which means that during this fight, these heroes' goal will be buying time until he's on his feet. Harangued by this foul duo, what a nuisance. The weakest link in their chain at this point would be... And he thinks about Hawks yelling out, "Here!" And he has these mouths going after Jiro. But she's able to avoid it by separating off of Tokoyami, it seems like. Hawks. Oh? Alright. Now, I guess, yeah, the feathers pushed her head off of him. And then is able to clip the side of All for One's mask. And he goes in with the slashing attack like he's done before. I ain't letting those kids die. Fly however you need to, Tsukiyomi, I'll back you up. You okay, Jiro? And he catches her again. Aim for his mask. Crack it via sound waves and we win. Yeah. I showed up today ready for anything. Or so I thought. I couldn't even see that coming. Even my response to that malice was delayed. Every hair standing on end now. Midoriya, Aoyama, you're telling me this was the threat looming over you all along. Ah, she's trembling. Poor girl. Having shown up to this like just another lesson at school, and he has this weird mouth cannon arm. And then looks like he fires. Like a deluded extra. Oh, and then he's using his other hand to use the little piercing claw bits on Hawks. Try this, Hawks. Too much sheer volume for you to possibly cope with, given your limited feathers. You've been reduced to an ordinary schlub. You children just happen to be paired off with these big shots. Yet you imagine yourselves special somehow, worthy of facing the Demon Lord himself. Geez, and one of Kyoka's ears was taken off. You want to talk about being scared, or strong, or weak, or special. Well, I don't give a crap. You hear me? Screw all that. My problem is that you're the one who made my pals cry. Heartbeats around, legato. Motives, words, deeds, abilities. All I'm seeing here is the stuff of weaklings. Not nearly good enough. Your power is so very underwhelming. And then, as he moves forward, we see, it looks like, I was going to say Shigaraki's family holding him back, but I'm not 100% sure if that's the truth. The quirks I've stolen in the past, their very wills? Impossible. Even New Order didn't manage this. They were spurred on by this, by the weakness of such pushovers. Hawks! And then Hawks is trying to attack from his blind spot. The first hit, then 2 and 3. Every time I've hit the exact same spot to keep that crack growing. Sound wave vibration enhanced. Enough cracks brings any dam down. Flight feather blade. And it looks like he breaks his blade across the side of the mask and shatters it open. Man, another really great chapter. Another really great chapter. I think this is the best part of this final arc so far. I wasn't super compelled with the Izuku stuff at the beginning. We really haven't gotten into the Shigaraki stuff yet. The setup of it all is whatever. Not gonna lie, for as long as we've been building Dabi and the whole Todoroki storyline, which was incredible throughout the entire course of the series, the finale for that with the Todoroki, the Shoto and the Dabi fight was alright. It was good, don't get me wrong, it was good, but it's like, it was good, but after the build was so incredible, just ending an incredible build on a good finale, it was just kind of like, oh, well, that was a little bit disappointing, I guess, but this has been great. I've actually really, really enjoyed this. It's kind of a weird matchup to think about, with these guys being the ones to take down All for One, but I'm kind of okay with it just because I feel like, this isn't the end. It's leading somewhere with All for One, and probably All for One Endeavor. It's going to be hard to believe that Endeavor comes out of this alive, but I kind of want him to. But yeah, I don't know. Really, really good chapter, but we still have 2 more to read today. So, yeah, and it's going to be hard to not read those next 2, but I want to hold off until next week so that I can record them with 360. But yeah, we got 2 more. So let's read 356 next. Hopefully this doesn't cause too much lag for the video loading the next chapter up. It seems fine though. So let's go ahead and continue. Tsukiyomi, Dark Shadow. Alright, we have 356 regarding the enemy. Here's your big chance. I'll catch up with you later. And it looks like she separates off again. Hawks lacks the power to deliver a decisive killing blow. Abyssal Black Body. Ragnarok. Fleeting blow. And he smashes him with a huge claw strike. You thought they were just buying time, didn't you? But even pesky gnats can be a pain in the butt. And the rest of his mask shatters off from that. Hawks comes in again. I needed to dodge that attack at all costs, yet my awareness was delayed. Ever since losing most of my senses, I've made a point of collecting sensory quirks that detect phenomena like vibrations or infrared radiation. As a result, I'm far more aware of the world around me than the average person. In this case, the interference didn't come from the girl's pitiful sound attack. The real cause was my own quirk's rebellion. This is a first. Did switching to a synthetic copy really make me more vulnerable compared to my original power? My authority is weakened. Ah, so that's why. It's because he's using the copy because the real one went to Shigaraki. Up until now I had to catch him off guard with sneaky moves, which wasn't enough to finish the job. But now one quick blow can kill him. And then he thinks about the quirks being devoured. Wretched pests. And there's a huge burst outwards of all of the little like tendril things that he uses. And it looks like we have splatters. Oh man, I'm at the bottom of this page. So we have splatters toward Jiro and Tokiyami, but it looks like Hawks is protecting Tokiyami. And then it looks like all of the ends... Is he gonna bring his mask back together? It looks like all the ends of the tendrils are grabbing onto bits of something. We see Hawks looking back. Yeah, it looks like he's pulling the mask back together. Good grief. That doggedness has left you twisted and disfigured. And Endeavor's coming back in again, but it looks like one of his arms is getting destroyed. So it wasn't Hawks' blood protecting them. It was Endeavor's. Just the absolute best. And his arm is just getting shredded. Endeavor. And we see a young Endeavor. Even weaker now. Wow. Position, atonement, mistakes, responsibility. Oh, I've got chills. All of it's only exposed the weakness that was always there. It's painful to witness what a loser you've been reduced to. You'll never be a superhero, Enji. Think back to your origin. Remember what the real enemy was. Are we going to get Todoroki Enji origin? Recall how your father attempted to save a girl from some bastard and wound up as a corpse along with the girl. Think back on your envy toward true supermen and your inferiority complex. You called yourself Endeavor as in hard work, showing your menial nature. Remember how you had to put on airs to keep that ugly heart of yours from falling to pieces. That's right. You'll never be All Might or Deku, because I've only ever done battle with the weakness within. So don't even dwell on some notion of some grand rebirth. Go on. Keep cursing the true enemy. That weakness. That's the only thing that's kept you alive. And he punches All for One. Dogged. Yeah, I sure am. Which is why, as long as I'm alive, I'll never take solace in a job well done. Putting an end to this fight is my duty. And oh man, this entire last page is incredible. Endeavor is, again, in my opinion, I've said this before, for a long time it was Kirishima, but then for a long time we just haven't seen Kirishima do anything, sadly. For a long time Kirishima was my absolute undisputed favorite, but Endeavor's just been so well written. He's got to be the most, like, there are other really well written characters in Hero Academia, like of course Izuku is the main character, is really well done, but I just feel like Horikoshi has done no better job than he's done with Endeavor. Like, Endeavor's so well written. Oh well. Let's go to 357 now to finish off this read through. Absolutely incredible. And we have number 357, Wounded Hero, burning bright and true. We see all the flames and the heat coming off. That was a close one. Actual danger. I knew you'd come at me hard, but I never expected that the likes of you would make me relive the pain and misery of that day. And he thinks of All Might. Wounded heroes are always the scariest. And we have the flames circling around his injured arm. And he comes in close again. And he's getting pushed ahead by Hawks' feathers. You're too slow. Vanishing jet burn. Yikes, that's hot. Endeavor, I thought the plan was to finish him off way up high. Wasn't that the right moment for a prominence burn? No, didn't you see him go on the defensive? And that's not a move I can fire off multiple times. I've got to physically rip apart his defenses to be sure the big one hits the mark. Keeping a cool head, huh? No, I can't hold back this rage. It's all for one, and we have Kamui Woods. Everyone retreat. Why? Here's our chance to bum rush him. And they all start running. I mean, bum rush isn't an awful strategy for people that strong, but the thing is, like, you're probably all going to, like, many of you are going to die in the meantime. And you probably also don't want your quirk stolen, if that's something he can do that quickly. And then Endeavor just completely keeps the offense up. Above all else, Endeavor's coming through. And he's screaming, and it looks like he's propelling himself and scraping All for One across the ground all the way through the forest. The swarming gnats cracked my mask, and now my body won't move as I command. But at this range, he's within my reach. And we have flames bursting from his eyes, it looks like. Those hands of yours ruin people's futures. You'd know a thing or two about that. No, you're right. My mistakes took form as Toya, leading to so many stolen futures. The past never dies. Rage, resentment, and even penance are wound together towards the future. And the future is a path for the young. A path with so many branching choices. That's why I must win this, so that when those kids walk that path, my past won't stand in their way. I'll keep paying my penance. I'll win today and keep my eyes on Toya. No, stop. I'll keep raging against myself. And he burns him away like he did to Hood or to Shigaraki before. We already confirmed that he doesn't have hyper regen. Even if he did and we're keeping it a secret, without a durable body like Shigaraki's, he's still a dead man. Get away from him, Endeavor. Did you really think, like of course it's not going to go that well, I'd casually saunter up to the big finale empty-handed? This body had already served its purpose, and it was destined for the scrap heap anyway. So why not try this out? And we see Eddie with the bullets from before. Villains are also scariest when wounded. Heroes don't have a monopoly on big sacrificial moments, you know. So is he going to sacrifice this body to take out the heroes there? Is that the plan here? Because he still has the Shigaraki body? And then we see, is that the original Shigaraki? His brother? Midoriya, I've got a bad feeling about this. The first, what is it? And then they see something in the distance. What is that? And I'm upset at being cliffhung. I'm upset at being cliffhung. But at the same time, if I do get cliffhung, I feel like this was a good one. This was a good one to end on. Like, I actually like that I didn't see whatever they're seeing in the distance. Because now I can, like if I saw it, I'd be like, now I have to wait a couple days before I get to see what it is. But now it's like, okay, I can wait a couple days and move on to the next part of this. What an incredible fight. Again, Endeavor just being the best. I love Endeavor. He is the best character. Oh, you can't actually see because of my mic. Well, I guess you can see All for One and Stain down here, but Endeavor and Tsuyu, I don't want to move this cover and like peek my mic or anything. I don't know how loud that would be. Oh god. Endeavor and Tsuyu over there. Alright, yeah. Hopefully that wasn't loud or crazy or anything. Yeah, I loved these 3 chapters. Really good. Again, it just, I don't know what it is about it. It just seems weirdly small, I guess, for the ending of the series after how great everything's been for so long. But it was good. It was really good. I enjoyed these 3 chapters, and I hope you did too. So thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there too. Tell me what you thought of these chapters, my first thoughts and reactions. Subscribe for more Hero Academia, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's open for anyone. And just ask and I give you a link. And if you want to help support the channel on Patreon, it is patreon.com/Haku. The tubes or a link will be in the description. Either way, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.